And it looked like the Indiana Fever front office is in serious trouble for revealing some major information. Guys, how come I'm not seeing no scouts, bro? Or the scouting department? Do they even have a scouting department? You mean to tell me, as I look through this thing right here, y'all done made all the well, y'all done made, hold on, you lied to me.
Herb Simon believed he could put together a championship team and everything would just work out. Instead, fans have seen broken promises, puzzling player signings, and no real winning culture. At the same time, Caitlin Clark, the brightest star and new face of the WNBA, is left watching as the problems inside the Fever organization continue to grow.
This is the team that has blown double-digit leads all season long. We just lost to the goddamn Washington Mystics. Terrible, man. That is a bad basketball team. They got two young, rising stars. They're rookies. We got dominated by Sonia Citron and Kiki Ariafin. They was just taking math class and sociology and chemistry 3 months ago. And they came out there and dominated us.
Fans are spending top dollar just to see Caitlin Clark shine on the court. But the reality is, the team around her isn't anywhere close to the level needed to compete. The Caitlin Clark effect is real, drawing huge attention and energy to the WNBA. Sadly, under Herb Simon's ownership, the Fever's management continues to show troubling signs of poor direction and neglect.
I mean, the bottom line, though, is Caitlin Clark is missing, and that is showing, and I think everybody is missing her, including myself. She has carved out this, really big niche in the WNBA. A lot of fans have come to see her, and she, unfortunately, has just been plagued with injury after injury, and the Indiana Fever have had to try to, tread water or, keep afloat, and fans are trying not to lose hope until and if she returns. Because Caitlin Clark is the reason that a lot of people, myself included, are just so drawn to the WNBA, so drawn to her play style. And I gotta say, I really feel for the rest of the team.
Herb Simon is falling back into old habits, leaving the Fever's big decisions up to chance instead of leadership. The team sells out games, the profits roll in, and yet the real problems go untouched. On the ownership side, it feels like Simon believes money alone can buy success. But that's not how winning works. The franchise is putting too much weight on Caitlin Clark, hoping she can carry the team by herself. The truth is, she can't, and she shouldn't have to.
Are in the process of building a $78 million practice facility. The Indiana Fever consistently draw over 16,000 fans to their home games. The Indiana Fever, amongst the top franchises in the league when it comes to merchandise sales. The Indiana Fever, now you know, marketing campaign. Kelly Krauskopf saying she wants to be the Apple of the WNBA. You would think, after all of these accolades, after all of the speculation, after all of the now you know, you'd think that we'd have a scouting department, right?
Herb Simon entered the Caitlin Clark era acting like success would come overnight. But instead of investing in the structure needed for a championship team, he pulled back. Opportunities were wasted left and right. The Fever could have built a top-notch scouting department, brought in elite coaches, and put championship-level talent around Clark. Instead, they relied on bare-minimum scouting and a wait-and-see approach to building the roster.
You lied to me. I think they merchandise sales was up 300%. Y'all done made all them millions off CC Effect. And y'all ain't hired no damn scouts. Caitlin's in deep trouble. Oh, it's looking real spooky. You mean to tell me y'all done made all the millions, bro, sold all them damn jerseys, and y'all do not have a scouting department? What the fuck? You mean to tell me? Hold on. Are you serious right?
Herb Simon was willing to spend on practice facilities, but he overlooked the most important part, building the staff needed to find and develop talent. Some executives seemed clueless about the players they were bringing in, hanging around agent meetings as if waiting for smart decisions to magically appear.
This Lambert chick, man. Always picking up these random, dog. Like they're going to Walmart. Hey, yo, can you play? All right. I got you. Go on a team. Like, come on, man. Sick of these players. We're at the point where you just need a body. But I just hope she puts a better performance than Sims did, because Sims was god awful. Sims looked like she never played basketball before. She was horrible. Somehow we have Turner on the team. I don't get it. But yeah, this new player, I looked her up. Average 6.8 in college. Not impressive, man. I think she's just a body.
If you're enjoying this, make sure to subscribe. Now, about the Fever's scouting department, there's practically nothing there. Drop off a resume and it would echo in the office. Even the copy machine in accounting sounds busier. The Fever don't have a real scouting system, they have a suggestion box. While other teams are run like professional organizations, Indiana looks like it's just borrowing time. This isn't just neglect, it's organizational malpractice. At this point, Herb Simon isn't helping the culture, he's hurting it. The WNBA should be frustrated that he's letting a franchise with so much potential waste away. And while all this is happening, Sophie Cunningham is stuck on the bench, despite the fact that her energy and experience could give the Fever exactly what they're missing on the court.
We lost by 1 point to them. The third quarter, they went on a 19-0 run. You hear me? Which put them up by 12. By the fourth quarter, they was up by 12 points. That's ridiculous. And then let me say this. What sense does it make for Stephanie Jigsaw White to take out Lexi and Sophie at the same time? You hear me? At the same time. Her rotations don't make no sense to me. And if it don't make sense to me, that allows me to think otherwise. She is fixing these games. The organization is in on it too as well. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, like I said, they just dragging us along to keep making money. Caitlin Clark, aka my precious Cece, she ain't coming back this season.
Sophie Cunningham gets a few starting minutes here and there, usually lost in the middle of strange rotations and a front row seat to the team's dysfunction. But here's where things get truly unacceptable. Caitlin Clark goes down with an injury, and suddenly everything falls apart. This is the same player who turned the Fever into a national story, brought in $78 million in value, packed arenas, and made the WNBA must-watch TV. And yet, the whole team collapsed the moment she got hurt. Not because Clark isn't phenomenal, not because the fans aren't loyal, but because Herb Simon and his management team built something flashy with no real foundation, like putting together a Ferrari engine but forgetting the brakes, the steering, and the transmission.
You'd think that we'd have some bodies that sole job, the sole purpose, their sole designation within this franchise is just to sit in a dark room watching hours and hours and hours of film of players overseas. You'd think at least that's what Apple would probably do, right? If Apple was running the Indiana Fever, they'd probably invest in something like that.
When Caitlin Clark went down with her groin injury, it wasn't just another setback, it was her third injury of the season. Each one exposed the same truth: this franchise never had a backup plan. The Fever went from talking about championships to scrambling for players on 7-day contracts, athletes they hadn't even properly scouted. Kira Lambert was signed on a short deal, and even head coach Stephanie White admitted she barely knew anything about her. That's not roster management, that's fantasy basketball with real consequences. Meanwhile, proven veterans like Sophie Cunningham sit on the bench, watching valuable minutes slip away. She's a defender, a clutch shooter, and someone who could stabilize the team in tight fourth-quarter moments. Instead, the coaching staff experiments with rotations that bleed leads. That's not development, it's negligence disguised as opportunity. And then there's the Brianna Turner situation. The Fever signed her with the idea she'd help with scouting and evaluation. But here's the problem: the Fever don't actually have a scouting department. So now, they're asking an active player to do the job of professional scouts. That's like asking your Uber driver to perform surgery just because you don't want to hire a real doctor.
Right. It's all the above. It's seeing film, watching clips, talking to contacts and connections. Bree and especially has been super helpful in this. She's got a lot of contacts overseas who have seen Kyra, for example, play a lot overseas. Teammates that she's had that are over there that played with her.
Now, it was at that moment right there, everybody antennas went off. She said Bree Turner actually discovered Kyra Lambert. Hold up, wait a minute. How the hell do Bree Turner discover her player? She's no scout. She's no recruiter. How the hell? She's supposed to be focusing on the season of bad she playing. Y'all got Bree Turner scouting players.